Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Well, today is a big day. Today we're going to talk about art house movies. Okay, but first I'm going to say a few things. Today we're not going to talk any drama. If you don't want to talk about art movies, don't come up here in the panel. Okay, okay. I'm trying to keep this channel as drama free as possible. Okay, okay. I'm not going to put the link yet, but I just want to keep it as free as possible. A drama today. You know, there's been so much drama all over the channels and communities. That God, it just you just want to chat and talk about good things, not gossip or anything. Okay, that's okay. Hey, hello, Lupra. How you doing? Okay, yes, today we're gonna talk about art house movies. You know, the movies that a lot of people don't watch, but a lot of people love to watch. Why? Because they're very good, because they have a message, and they can teach us about life. They're not your average trashy popcorn flicks, like those super movies, those Marvel comic movies or something like that. No, no, no. I'm talking about the good movies, when it's really, really what are good movies. Yeah, like movies like I'll tell you a few. A Clockwork Orange. Yeah, that's one good movie. Oh, hi Hazel. Oh yes, I know you. Yeah, it's Hazel. I seen you around. Yeah, nice to meet you, Hazel. Thanks for coming. And like movies like The Clockwork Orange. That's one of them. Okay, let's see. That's from here from the United States. Okay, we're gonna talk. There's another movie called The Seven Samurai. That movie was about seven samurais who protected a village in, I think it was 16th century Japan or 15th century. I'm not sure, but it was around that time, against these band of thugs who were terrorizing uh, villages, and that inspired director, I think, John Sturges, to make the movie The Magnificent Seven. With Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen, and a young Charles Bronson, and what was his name? Charles Bronson and James Corbin was in that movie. Yeah, okay. That's one. Oh, and other ones, or let's see, that one, Doctor Strangelove. How I stopped, how I stopped to hear about the bomb. Peter Sellers. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Especially that part when he wrecks the Coca-Cola machine, and he wrecks the Coca-Cola machine, and and um, and the guy tells him, "You're gonna hear from the Coca-Cola people." Remember that scene? Oh yeah, Cinema Paradiso, another good one. Hey, One Hat Gale, how are you? Thanks for coming. Oh, cool. Thanks for coming. You come to the right place. Well, Cinema Paradiso is one of them, and we also have another film. Let's see, another. Oh, this list goes in. Well, okay, I'll tell you one of them you probably might have heard. Something about Drugstore Cowboy, My Own Private Idaho. Remember them with one with Matt Dillon, he plays a junkie, a drug junkie, and another film about these two drifting hustlers, Mount Private Idaho. Mm-hmm. And a film called that. Oh yes, the list goes on and on. And a film called okay, what was the movie? From the past, you had to, you could say the Alfred Hitchcock movies were one. Yeah, in a way they were art. They were commercially successful films, but they were art films. The Alfred Hitchcock films. Mm-hmm. And you have also the what film was the you also have the what other film? What other film? Yeah, I wish I had the list. Well, okay, let's see. Let's see. Go to Google. Okay. Okay, I'll be right there in a minute. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is the one. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just bear with me. It will just take a second. Okay. Let's go to the collection. Okay, here's a site where I'm gonna find a lot of those kind of movies that we can talk about. There's a Criterion collection of some of the greatest films ever made in the history of cinema. Oh, here we go. Okay, all films. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna look at all films. At all. Yeah, here it is. The Seven Samurai. That's the movie we were talking about. And here's a one from let's see, The Seventh Seal, another great film from Sweden. Yeah, there's another movie from Sweden. And then, yeah, The Seventh Seal from Sweden. Well, You know. Hey, hello, computer check. How are you? Well, today we're going to talk about art house movies. Well, we're talking about art house films like films like A Clockwork Orange. I don't know if you remember that movie. Let's see. Uh, um, um, Clockwork Orange. Dr. Strangelove. How I stopped worrying about the bomb. Peter's 1964 classic film. And no, we're not talking about. Well, we're not going to talk about none of that stuff. We used to like the Marvel comics and all that stuff. Don't have nothing against those movies, but the Razorhead from 1977, John Lynch film, 8.5 weeks. Mm-hmm. Dazed and Confused, 1983, a really good film about teenage life in the 1970s. It takes place in Texas in 1976. That's a really cool movie. So, well, Silence of the Lambs, that's another one we can. Mhm. This one is called mhm, The Thin Red Line out of 1998. That was one of the last years of good movies. And you have A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles, a movie that was, and this is a movie also since here into the science, since during the science field. It's a movie from 1972. It's a Russian film. It's called Solaris. Space movie, but it's a very serious space movie, sci-fi. George Clooney made a remake of it. I think it was about 10 years ago, something like that, or early 2000s or something. I'm not very sure, but it's called. Let's see. Let's look at some information about it. This is Solaris. It says here, Solaris is a 1972 Soviet science fiction art film based on Stanislav Lem's 1961 novel of the same name. The film was co-written and directed by Andrei Tarkovsky, and it stars Donatas Brankic and Natalia Bondarchuk. The electronic music score was performed by Eduard Artemiev. His composition of J. A. Bach is also employed. Okay, that's the story. Yeah, because yeah, yeah. Here's this. Yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go. The plot centers on a space station orbiting the fictional planet Solaris, where a scientific mission has stalled because the skeleton crew of three scientists have fallen into emotional crisis. Psychologist Chris Kelvin Biology travels to the station in order to evaluate the situation, only to encounter the same mysterious phenomenon as the others. The film has Tarkovsky's attempt to bring a new emotional depth to science fiction. He view most Western folk in the genre allow to do to focus on technological invention. Solaris won the Grand Prix du Jury at the 1972 Cannes Film Festival and was nominated for the Palme d'Or and received generally positive from critics. It's often cited as one of the greatest science fiction films in history of cinema. Some of the ideas of Tchaikovsky expressed in his film are further developed in his film Stalker. Okay, plot. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. It was based on a novel, but yeah, it's one. Yeah, there's the George Clooney plot also. Movie that George Clooney did. Let's see. Let's see about the George Clooney movie. Let me go find it. George Clooney. Um, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because I like sci-fi films, but not all of them are my favorite. There's a lot of trashy sci-fi films that don't deserve to watch. There's this film, a sci-fi called what's the name of that movie? It's with Charlton Heston. Let's see. Let's see. Well, let's go back to 2001: Space Odyssey. Let's talk about that one. Yeah, you were right. Okay, here we go. 2001: Space Odyssey. Oh, here it is. It goes like this. After discovering a mysterious artifact buried beneath the lunar surface, mankind sets off on a quest to find the origins with help from intelligence supercomputer HAL 9000. That movie shows you the things that we see today. I mean, you have what's it called up the uh, a similar device that look like that look sort of like the tablet we have now. Computer look like. Yeah, and guess what? The movie, its budget was 12 million, and it opened. It opened in 1968. On its weekend, it only made $200,000 in May, the opening weekend, and it grossed domestic, but it grossed more than $60 million, which is the movie did was profitable. Yeah. Okay, let me find another one. Okay. 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 Oh, here it is. There's a film from 1973. It's called Soylent Green. It's a story about a nightmarish futuristic fantasy about controlling power of big corporations and innocent cop who stumbles on his own. Edward G. Robinson just before he died. Lincoln, Chuck Connor, Joseph Cotten, Josh Peters, Stephen Young. Who else is young? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's another movie. From here, I'll put another. Yeah, remakes are not. Remakes. Me too. Some remakes are good, but 90% of them are not that good. All right, let's look up another film. Right here. Okay, well, we're going to talk a lot about Stanley Kubrick. Drama history. Mhm. No, 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 not that movie. But I don't think I want to talk about it. That Joe Black film, I think. That rock band. Yeah. Nemesis. Let's see, what kind of film? Classic horror story? Nope.
ticket and brought it.
Can I say something quick, everyone? I went into Commander Anner and Basin. Welcome aboard. Playing hooks. We have Tonkin that's now entered. Can I be in there, Tonkin?
Oh, my God, one with her. Hell is here.
Oh, but we actually,
Hell is here.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about these great films from the past and from the present also. Well, it seems a lot of people are somewhere else. So I'm going to end the stream and go